Metaphysical and occult master teacher Bobby Hemmitt once said this.
You got to stop thinking like a human and start thinking like a god.
Now let's talk about it. What he's actually referring to is the importance of shifting your mindset from a limited human-centric perspective to a more expansive godlike consciousness. He's speaking of the need to transcend the constraints of societal conditioning, fear, and ego-based thinking in order to align with your higher divine aspect of your being. You must break free of limitations. You see, humans are conditioned by societal norms, religious doctrines, and cultural expectations that restrict their thinking. It is these restrictions that limit one's ability to access true spiritual power. Thinking like a god simply means removing these limitations and recognizing the infinite possibilities available to you. This is what it means to let go of your humanity. And that doesn't mean to lose your empathy or to stop caring. It means to let go of the limitations. To think like a god is to realize that you are the creator of your reality. This aligns with the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, as within, so without. It's about taking responsibility for your experiences and understanding that you have the ability to manifest, shape, and direct your life through intention and will. Your natural human thinking involves dualistic survival-based thinking, good versus evil, right versus wrong. And as you expand your knowledge, you learn that you must move beyond these dichotomies to embrace a higher understanding of existence, where everything is interconnected and opposites serve a greater purpose in the grand scheme. Realize that gods represent archetypes of wisdom, energy, and universal principles. Thinking like a god involves tapping into this collective consciousness, ancestral wisdom, and metaphysical insights to navigate life with greater awareness and power. Now, it's important to understand the power of fear and what fear does to you. See, fear is a product of human thinking rooted in physical survival. Bobby taught that fear blocks your spiritual growth and the ability to access higher dimensions. So thinking like a god requires releasing fear and embracing the unknown with confidence and trust in your divine nature. You see, Bobby challenges people to see themselves as divine creators, capable of transcending the mundane and operating from a higher spiritual plane. It's more of an invitation to step into your own sovereignty and live as a God in your own right, creating and navigating life with purpose, wisdom, and divine authority. So when he says,
You got to understand the concept of the God that you are searching for is yourself.
you see, he was speaking from an esoteric and metaphysical perspective that aligns with ancient spiritual traditions such as Hermeticism, Gnosticism, and some African spiritual systems. This statement reflects the idea that divinity is not external, but it is intrinsic to each and every one of us. You see, Bobby often emphasized that the divine spark resides within us. This aligns with teachings from many esoteric traditions that suggest that humans are made in the image of the divine, as above, so below, and have access to the same creative and transformative powers attributed to gods. So rather than looking outward for salvation, guidance, or answers, he was saying that we should look inward. You see, the God that you're seeking isn't an external entity, but the higher infinite aspect of your own consciousness. If you listen to Bobby, he's emphasized that the ultimate purpose of spiritual work is to remember and awaken to your true nature as a divine being. This would involve peeling back layers of societal conditioning, fear, and ego, understanding your infinite potential, and realizing that you are the creator of your reality. So by recognizing yourself as God, You are acknowledging that you hold the key to your liberation, transformation, and enlightenment. When you get into the framework of hidden knowledge, you begin to critique traditional religious systems for teaching that God is an external, judgmental entity separate from humanity. It is this belief that actually disempowers people and keeps them in a state of spiritual dependency. By stating that the God you're searching for is yourself, it challenges people to take responsibility for their own spiritual growth and to stop giving their power away to external authorities or dogmas. This idea also ties into the concept of oneness in spirituality, the understanding that you are not separate from the universe, but a manifestation of it. In realizing that you are God, you come to see that your consciousness is a fragment of the universal consciousness. You are both a part of the whole and the whole itself. By recognizing yourself as God, it unlocks the hidden potential within you, such as intuitive knowledge, the ability to manifest your desires, spiritual and psychic abilities, the power to heal yourself and others. And by realizing that you are the God that you are seeking, you begin to access and cultivate these abilities, stepping into your full power. The real power, when you understand yourself as quote unquote God, you stop blaming external forces for your circumstances and instead recognize your role as the creator of your experiences. This perspective, it empowers you, and it empowers you to change your mindset, to heal your traumas, and to manifest the life that you desire. You see, Bobby Hemmitt's teachings are deeply rooted in the idea of liberation, freeing yourself from mental, spiritual, and emotional bondage. Realizing that the God you're searching for is yourself is a path to ultimate freedom, where you no longer rely on external validation or control and instead live authentically, powerfully, and in alignment with your divine nature. In essence, Bobby Hemmitt's message was a call to awaken to your divine self, to stop searching outside for what already exists within, and to reclaim your innate power and sovereignty.